Hi, I'm the Craft Maiden, and in this video I'll show you how I made this King's Hands brooch from Game of Thrones. Because I'm going to use clay in this project, I wanted to give it some support. By using aluminum wire and wrapping it around something fairly the right size as the ring, I get the desired shape and strength I need. To make the clay stick a little bit better, I'm just flattening it out with a plier. Thanks to the ring inside, it's easier to sculpt the right shape. Then I just took away any excess and leveled the edges a bit to get the right shape. Then I placed a smaller ring inside to make things easier, because now it should hold its shape and stand uniform all through the making of this piece. Then I'm marking out some guidelines to follow when making the ornate pattern. I'm using a plastic rod that I cut to resemble the pattern, and I'm using it as a stamp. I started pressing the rod on the opposite side of the wire opening. This is because the hand will cover up where the pattern might not match. To make the smaller curve, I used a sharper tool instead, because when I pressed it with a stamp I just deformed the big one. But the smaller side worked just fine for the little curve detail on top. Before baking, I just pressed up the clay a bit as it started to cover the wire a bit too much. When the ring had plenty of time to cool, I sanded it a bit for a smoother surface. Make sure to brush off any dust so the rim will stick to the surface. Then by rolling out a very thin piece of clay, I'm using liquid Fimo so it will stay in place. Before baking the ring again, I added the small indents evenly spaced all around the rim. To make the core of the sword, I'm using a thinner wire that I'm twisting together. You can use a thicker wire, but I'm using this method just because I want the clay to stick on something. Here I'm just measuring out how long the sword should be. I wanted the sword to go through the whole brooch, because the hand should have something to hold on to. Then I just covered the wire in clay and shaped it to look like a sword. By pressing the ring onto the sword, I get a nice indent where the ring will be attached later. And by making indents in the sword, the hand should get more area to stick to. Before adding it to the ring, I baked it and sanded it to give it a more smoother finish. To make the actual hand, I just traced the outlines to get the right size and then cut it out. To make the hand look more like a hand, I just checked my own and compared the anatomy to each other. If something gets out of shape, don't hesitate to take away or add more clay to fill out the spaces. For the cuff, I added a thin layer of clay that I cut to the right shape. To make the decorative rings, I used the end of a ballpoint pen, and to make the holes, I used a crochet hook that I found was the right size and shape. The final step before baking is to add all the small details, like the edge of the cuff, the nails, and the veins. hand has cooled down, I added the magnet holder on the back side. If you want to add a safety pin or something else, I would recommend adding it before baking the clay. For the exact measurements and other details, I would recommend reading the description box down below. If you have seen my Star Trek video beforehand, you might recognize this method. But instead of cutting out metal, I'm just twisting up metal wire that is magnetic and adding it to the backside. Then it's time for some paint. I started out with a red coat. This is to make the gold paint look warmer and cancel out any green hues that might occur. When the gold paint had dried, I added a black wash of watered down acrylic paint so it would give the brooch a nice finish. And if you, like me, think it got too dark, add some highlights with the gold paint and then you're done. Thanks for watching, don't forget to like and subscribe for more awesome stuff.